You understand that this morning in the Old Testament, no ordinary believer in the Old Testament referred to God as their father. Doesn't happen, no exception. No ordinary believer in the Old Testament referenced God as Father. We get the New Testament, and all of a sudden in Matthew, in the Sermon, there's this explosion of our opportunity to call on God as Father, that we have this great privilege. And the Spirit works within us instinctively in our lives to cause us to call out to God in intimacy and fellowship as our dad, Father. This is an amazing work. And note here that when he says we cry out, Abba, Father, it's not the idea of a sleeping child that just has the intimacy. Yes, there is that intimacy of the sleeping child, but the picture here is a cry out in distress. Do you understand this today? The privilege to call out to God as Father is not something you earn when you achieve a certain spiritual plane. But the ability is something that we have once we come to know Christ, and it's something that we do. The picture here is that it's a cry out in distress. It's used of Jesus when he cried out on the cross. That we cry out in our lowest moments, in our times of deepest distress and deepest despair. The Christian, the believer, instinctively cries out, Father. A non-believer will not do that. They may cry to God. There's no atheist in a foxhole. You've heard that. They'll call on God. They may even have the recitation of our Father who art in heaven. But you know, one of the defining marks of a person who's truly in the family of God is that the Spirit works in us instinctively to say, Daddy. When we're in struggle, when we're sinking, to cry out, Father. And have a Father who hears us and loves us.